I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. And I am so very excited to have you guys here. We have an amazing group today. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm so very excited to have them. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know. When I told people that I possibly might have this group on, they started singing. I was like, okay, y'all don't need to do that. You can't sing, don't sing. Just don't. Just don't do that. But we're going to have them on the show. So I hope that you tune in. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. We have Surface on the. Let me tell you, I'm just excited. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Well, you're welcome, yeah,
Yay!
yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. So I wanted to get started with the group. There is just so many different amazing stories out there of how people met, how things started. So introduce yourself really quick, and then how did you meet each other?
Well, I'm David Pitt Conley, the original member of Surface.
And I'm John Fever, and I'm the new lead singer from Surface.
Oh, you the new guy.
That's right.
It's not easy being a new guy.
Oh no, not at all.
I
Well,
have
we've
been
been
the new
we've been
girl.
doing it for a while, though. It's not like we just started this new
Right.
thing happening because we started out, I guess, as a resurface thing with John Fever, and
Hmm.
when he came in, it's been over 10 years now that we've been together singing together. So it's been a while. So
Well, you're not
you
that
know,
new then, John.
no, not that new.
He's not that new. He's a new guy, but he's not that new.
He's got
Yeah,
his
yeah,
tenure.
not
He's
that
got
new.
his tenure now.
He got his 10 year. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. You don't count no more, John.
Mm-hmm.
And we still do the
Okay.
best we can do, just bring that old music back to everybody. Just trying to bring it back the way we did it and the way they remember it, all the memories that they've had in the past, in the early '80s when life was pretty good. I would say a lot of
It
love in
was.
the air.
It was. It was. So tell
Mhm.
me, there's so many different legendary songs that you guys have composed, even John being a 10 year, you know what I mean? It's like, uh, why am I not getting John? Don't worry about it. We'll edit. Anyway, so there is just so many different wonderful songs that you guys have had that really, really capture the essence of Surface. What is your favorite song, David, and why?
Hands down, closer than friends. Hands down, because that particular song, the composition, the lead vocals, the sound, the production, it just shows a beautiful blue color to me when I listen to it. It actually has a color to it.
Hmm.
And that was actually one of the colors that we had back in the day. Beautiful blue, like the sky and the ocean. But that particular song, it just always touched me in a certain way. Everything about Surface is literally in that particular song. On everything that we could do right.
Mm, mm, mm. I love it. I love it. And John, what is your favorite song from Surface and why?
Well, he kind of stole my answer.
Uh oh.
I was gonna say closer than friends too, but since he stole my answer, I will say I love to perform the first time.
Mm,
Something about um the style of the song, um the 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 emotion that Bernard put into the song. So for me to just to attempt to try to duplicate that
mm-hmm.
and the reaction that we get to the song, especially at the end of the song,
Right.
it kind of starts off, then it comes a to a peak, and it's a beautiful song.
Mm, mm, mm. I love music. Love it. Absolutely love it. The performing is somewhat of a rush. It's like you're there. Everything comes to that pinnacle where you've
Mm-hmm.
performed, you've practiced, you've rehearsed, you've written,
Mm-hmm.
you've recorded, and
Hmm.
here it is, the pinnacle. What is it like for you guys when you go out there and there's so many people out there that just love Surface? Did you ever think that this would ever become a reality for you?
No, that's not something that you just automatically think is going to happen. You wish it's going to happen. I remember we have a mentor. We had a mentor named David Towns. Um, Ed Townsend. He was David Townsend's dad. And he would always tell us in the beginning days, that we should do music that's going to outlive us. We didn't know what that really meant. Of course, he wrote Let's Get It On, outlived him. many songs for the Impressions and many different people, including himself, For Your Love. He wrote songs that outlived him, right? And he wanted us to kind of be like the same way, to take some music instead of just doing fast music, fast cars, fast everything, That's what he claimed we were back then, And all of a sudden, like 30 or some odd years later, it actually happened. David Townsend passed away back in 2005. Our music, outlived him, and hopefully it'll outlive me as well.
I hear you. And John, you're not like you're a tenure, okay? So you're not really kind of like new, but you're the
Yeah,
newest edition.
yeah.
What I mean, did you ever believe that this would happen to you, that you would join such a legendary group and be involved in something that really you didn't start, but now you can be blessed to become a part of?
Um, no, never in my wildest dreams. Um, growing up, I had aspirations to sing, and I had opportunities in the music industry, um, and kind of what would I say, fell short of the big huge dreams that I had. But when I met David, to to get the opportunity to perform with him, to perform these classic songs, to be able to keep this music alive, it's a huge blessing. Huge blessing.
Definitely. David, how did you find John?
He tells the story much better than me. I like the way he tells the story.
Well, go
I was
ahead.
I was singing at an open mic contest in Newark, New Jersey, um, at a spot called, what was the name of the spot, David? I forgot the name of the spot.
I think we lost David.
We may have lost David. I was singing at an open mic contest,
I'm
and
sorry.
That's
there
okay.
you go. David, what was the name of the place?
Key Club.
The Key Club, and I was singing Whip Appeal by
Mm,
Babyface, and after I finished performing, David sent Big Kevin over, and Kevin brought me over to meet David, and he told me that he was looking for somebody to go out on and do some shows with him. David had a solo project out, um, playing the flute, and he was doing this thing with that. But people always would ask him, what about the surface songs? So he needed somebody to kind of do those songs for him, and he invited me to come along, and we've been going at it ever since. That was
that is
probably about 2008, maybe.
wow.
Yeah, definitely.
That is beautiful. I love it. That doesn't happen very often anymore. That
No,
Especially
no,
when
it
you
doesn't.
find somebody that could fit like perfectly. People would
right.
literally, can't believe that he's not the same person
Uh,
sometimes.
Hmm.
So that's a joy for me.
But it
right,
doesn't happen like that very often. I mean, there are not a lot of people that get discovered in the club anymore.
right, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
come on. That was back in what, the 70s, the 80s,
Oh
maybe the
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. When
beginning
you
of the
could,
90s, and
yeah.
then
Hmm.
internet came
right.
into play, and everybody was like, "Well, how many hits you got?"
Yeah,
Right,
things
right.
things are very different.
Oh
Things are
yeah.
very
Hmm.
different.
Oh
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Before, I mean, again, we grew up
Hmm.
rehearsing and rehearsing to prepare for a show and rehearsing more. And now, they just kind of sit on sit in the house on the phone, on the internet, and bow, they get discovered. It's different. It's definitely
Right.
different. But
It
hey,
is.
listen, I appreciate all forms of this thing.
Definitely. Things have changed. Things have changed. And so for Surface, I wanted to find out, I know that you guys have upcoming things. What can we expect from this amazing group?
Let me say something because what's the name of your show, Yaya?
I have two shows. I have Yaya Diamond's Dream Chasers Radio and Late Night
That's the
with Yaya
one
Diamond.
right there. That's why I asked you. The name of your show is Dream Chasers.
Yes, it
Guess
is.
what? We did a CD called Resurface. Where Have You Been is the name of the CD.
Mhm.
And also, guess one of the songs on there is called Dream Chaser.
Yeah,
That's
What?
it
why I brought
is.
it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta find it now.
Yeah. So when you talk about what's new, what's different, that's one of the things that you can look for. We have a
Awesome.
CD called Where Have You Been?
Mm,
and it's by Resurface, and that's when Fever first came into my existence here, and we just made some music together.
that's beautiful. That's
Hmm.
beautiful. I absolutely love the fact that you guys have taken the time out of your day to be with us today. And I want to make sure that I put this up so that people can follow you. I know that you guys have uh, your social media.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so I want to make sure I put this up here. For you, John, you're on Instagram, John
Yes, I am.
Viva
John
underscore
Fever
surface.
underscore surface on IG.
Right. And then you have Mr. David, you are on Facebook.
Yes, I am right there, David Pitt Conley on Surface. I mean, on Facebook.
On Facebook and Surface.
Hmm.
Thank you guys so much. What kind of advice do you give to the groups that are coming out today? Things have changed, and I mean, you guys are iconic. You have that legacy. What is it that people are missing today?
Well, before we get to that, let me just add something to the previous question because we will
Definitely.
be doing a show in South Miami with Regina Bell. The reason why I mention it because Regina Bell, she was featured on two of our albums before, and one was a number one smash. It was "You Are My Everything." She was on that particular single,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing a show back together with her in South Miami. Our social media, like what right there, Facebook as well as IG, and
Mm-hmm.
take a look at where we're at, and come on and see us.
I
That was
absolutely love
beautiful.
it. Thank you guys so much again for joining me, and thank you guys for tuning in. And man, I'm telling you, go listen to Resurface the album. Oh my gosh! And you got to hear the song "Dream Chasers."
That's right. It's a beautiful song too. You're gonna love it.
Yes, yes. We thank you for having us.
Hmm.
Thank you, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye.
Take care, Yaya.
You too.
Peace. Thank you,
All right.
Yaya.